Oh yeah, what's up guys? Welcome back to Comedian Bible Study with me, your boy Sean Grant. Thank you so much for being here. This is the show where I trick my favorite people into talking about my favorite thing, which is God. And I know why you're here. You're here because you're curious about the Bible and what it has to say about your life. And let me tell you something, your secret's safe with me because I ain't no snitch, homie. I ain't gonna tell people you watching this because you curious about the Bible. And you know who else ain't gonna snitch? My boy Channing. He ain't no snitch.
I'm a snitch.
Oh, he might tell. He might tell on you. That's okay, man. Hey, don't be ashamed to be curious about God. Now, this brother right here, I know he ain't no snitch. He's certified. Okay, my guest today is so important to me, man. I've been begging this dude. I'm so glad that he's available today because he's always busy. He's always touring, right? In fact, I had Channing I begged Channing to open up the studio on a Sunday. We working on the Sabbath, okay? We are working on the Sabbath to get this brother in here because he's in town, okay? But this brother right here, his hit podcast, Community Service, has allowed him to tour venues all over the country and internationally, packing them out. Every time he posts a clip online, that thing go viral, baby. So make sure you go and catch up on that content right now for my brother, Craig Conant.
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, that's the best intro I've ever had.
Oh, dude, you deserve it. You deserve more than that.
Thank you for the donuts, too.
Yeah, of course,
I had to put them down, though, because the devil's in them. I don't want to lose another tooth.
That's how he gets you, man, to the snacks, man. It's like calling the devil's food.
Sugar and bacon.
Now, bro, I thank you you're one of the people, man, I love the way you think. If you guys have ever watched Craig's podcast, the way he'll break down anything, he's one of the best storytellers in the game. But what I want to know before we get into it, what would you say is your theological stance up to this point in your life? Maybe some of you.
I grew up in the church Episcopalian.
Yeah.
But I didn't pay attention. I played with matches and ate candy. And I ran amok. Right. We went for Nana.
Aww.
And I only knew that I probably know the one prayer, that Our Father. Wow.
Hallowed be thy name. Yeah.
And I didn't really pay attention to none of it, even though I'm baptized and confirmed and all that. Right. But it wasn't until my 10th time on ayahuasca when I fought the devil in the spirit realm to where I was like, I need more Bibles. I got crosses everywhere. I got my Archangel Michael.
Dang.
And I'll be, you know.
You got Michael with you?
Yeah, doggy.
Hey, ooh, Michael's in the house.
Angel with a blade, right?
Come on, man. Hey,
that's how we do it.
You the angel with the blade,
we recreate,
too, man.
Yeah.
Oh, snap,
I put the knife away. Yeah. I roll with that for now.
Yo, I'm with that, man. And I've heard, before we get into the word, I thank you for bringing that. When Chris Estrada was here, he so there's a Mexican Catholicism, like it's its own.
A lot of saints.
A lot of saints in there.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what
Saint Christopher.
Right.
I got St. Christopher right here. He blesses you when you travel. That's a good one because we be traveling a lot.
Traveling. Yeah, my mom used to make me, like, whenever you lose something. St. Anthony.
Yeah.
He helps you when you lose something.
It's a gang of saints.
Yeah, that help you with all kinds of stuff.
This is the only saint with a knife, though.
Right.
That's why he's my guy. I'm going to get him tatted on me.
Yeah.
Fucking
Mikey,
he's all over my house now.
Yeah. Hey, man, if he helped you beat the devil, you keep that brother around, man.
Shit, that's so funny.
Dude, and I'm so grateful that you brought the word for today. Were those Michael's swords you were looking up, Jen?
I was trying to find it, yeah.
Oh, Michael's specific sword? Oh,
he'd beat that motherfucker up. Yeah. You get out of here. I rebuke you.
We sent a channel on a deep dive, man. Get him out of there, man. Oh, man. No. And, bro, thank you for bringing the word for today. And the word for today, brought to us by Craig Conant, is from the book of Revelation. Not Revelations. I always say Revelations, but it's Revelation. And we're in chapter 12, and that's verse 7 through 8. And we're reading out of the New International Version of the Bible. And verse 7 reads, "Then war broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought back. 8, but he was not strong enough, and they lost their place in heaven. Get out of here.
That's right.
Dragon.
The house always wins. It's God's house,
yeah,
bitch.
you can't win up in here. Why'd you think you could come to heaven and win?
We on Jesus juice,
You know what I'm
bitch.
saying? A little background. That's right, baby. A little background. New Testament is the final book of the 66 canonized books in order, anyway. In order. The Revelation of the Apostle John. It's an apocalyptic letter sent to the 7 major churches of the time. The only prophetic text in the 27 books of the New Testament. I thought that was very interesting, which is true, which follows the tradition of the prophets of the Old Testament, who prophesied about the coming Messiah, who many believe to be Jesus Christ, myself included. Craig, why'd you pick Revelation 12, verse 7 through 8?
Because we're living through it right now.
We up in there. Oh, snap. We at war against these principalities.
Spicy.
Yeah, we in it.
Why? It feels like it. I don't know. I got no proof, but I look outside. I'll go,
It feels,
Sure feels funky, huh?
Dude, and you feel like, I mean.
Evil's out
I know
there.
you've been through it, man, like with stuff in your life. Like, how do you feel like, you've had personal battles that you've won, like you know what I mean? That you feel like what's helped power you through those battles? Do you feel?
Well, the battles were drugs, but the thing that helped me power through was also drugs.
Just different drugs. Dang.
Oh, but don't do drugs. It's bad. Plant medicine. You know, now my shit is if God didn't make it, don't take it.
Oh.
And everybody always goes cocaine. I'm like, you stupid motherfucker.
Right.
The cocoa leaf is a plant. You put it in your cheek like tobacco. It's like a strong tea.
Right.
Then we make it into 100% pure powder and sniff it into our brains. That's not the same fucking thing.
Right.
That's processed deli meat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just insane. People still say that to me.
So
all
the
time.
you gotta forgive me. I have but it's the same effect if you do the leaf.
No, it's the equivalent of like strong coffee. It's natural. It's for a lot of farmers would use it just for energy to work.
Right.
And then they're like, "Hey, this shit works." And then some scientists made it into delicious powder that I was on for about a decade. But it's bad. It's bad.
Right.
And I'm just saying, like, there's a fucking difference. Motherfuckers still will argue. My buddy was arguing with me. He's like,
Where?
I was like, plant medicine only. He's like, what about cocaine? I'm like, that. Chew on the leaf, bro.
Right.
Chew on the leaf. You won't lose your family.
Right.
Sniff that shit all day. You'll lose your family.
Right.
People are so dumb.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
that's
crazy.
That's straight up.
It's
man.
crazy.
Dang, man.
There's no plant version of meth. Sorry,
Yeah.
tweakers.
Paint thinner's not natural.
No.
Right.
No. Motherfuckers will
Dang.
find they'll twist anything.
You never hit none of the stuff. You don't do any drug, do you, Janet?
I don't fuck with drugs. I mean, I've done shit, yeah.
You done some
But,
stuff?
I've never been real big into it.
Word.
It's good. It's a better way. It's dark shit down there.
Man, before I get into you, I mean, I did want to bring this up because this is kind of embarrassing to me because I had a buddy. I won't say his name, but he was pretty heavy on alcohol. And he actually mentioned, and I live with the dude, and this is how aloof I am to other people's behavior. I didn't think he had a problem, but he actually told me a story like, I was outside the Comedy Store, and Craig Conant was like, man, you have a problem.
Oh, yeah.
And let me help you. I don't even know if you knew him that well, but I don't know. Basically, like, he needed to get off the drinking as much, and that helped him, I think, probably enlist in a program.
Yeah.
Like, do you feel like you can notice that in people?
Oh, yeah. It's mirrors.
Word.
It's just I see myself in them. Like, you can't hide that pain.
Yeah.
You can see it in their eyes. You drunk motherfuckers. You ain't happy. Nobody drinks a bottle a day is happy.
Right. What'd you say to people?
Nobody's
like
happy.
without coming off preachy or like, yo, I'm better than you. Like,
I only speak to people who are ready to hear it. You could tell.
Right.
You could tell they want out. There's certain motherfuckers. I'll still try. I'll just drop one little truth bomb. You know, you got a problem.
Right.
It's pretty obvious sober outside looking in.
Yeah.
I know you can't see it because you're on the sauce.
Right.
But no, I never come off preachy because I was such a down there. I was the same, and nobody could tell me to get out unless I was ready to get out. Like, you don't think my mom yelled at me all day, every day. It's like, Mom, I'm going to quit when I'm ready to quit.
Right.
And so on. So, like, just basically see motherfuckers holding on to the life rope, the side of the pool, And then I'm like, oh yeah, go here, do this, do that.
And they become more apparent when you have that testimony, because some people can't see it.
Yeah, because I saw an alcoholic tweaker get sober. And that's that whole thing. I say it a lot.
Yeah.
Because he got sober and he was a tweaker and an alcoholic, like a fucking strung out. And I was like, you got sober. I was like, you could do it. I could do it.
Yeah.
And then I got sober. And that's my shit. If I could do it, you could do it. Because I never thought in 50 million years. Yeah. I told my dad I was getting sober. He said, why? Like, he didn't even, you know what I mean? It doesn't, in my family, we ignore. We survive. I don't blame anybody. It's just, it's a survival tool. Right. And I often respect that, because it's like, they're still moving forward, but nobody's dealing with shit. Right. That's why I be drinking that ayahuasca. Right. I be going down deep in the darkest crevice of my soul, right, and pulling thorns out that the devil put there.
Right. Is that where that brings you? Yeah. So in the ayahuasca, I've heard like Will Smith talk, or at least I read his book. He says, so you go on a retreat, should you be in a certain environment?
Oh yeah. You need protection. You need shaman. You need yeah.
Did you say you did that 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
And that was your last one?
Yeah.
Where do you do it at?
It's offered in like pop-up places. You can't exactly tell. It's illegal, you know. Good old
you didn't
government.
Go down to like Peru or none of that?
It's in Peru, Costa Rica. It's on certain, I don't know, there's certain loopholes in the law, because there's a guy advertising on Instagram to come to a retreat in Texas. I'm like, Texas? I don't know if it's a reservation or what.
That sounds like a trap, dude.
No, yeah, it does, but no. It's coming out of the jungle, bro. It's becoming more popular. I believe because it's consciousness. Right. You drink it, it's like it's just, you tap into consciousness. It's hard to explain. It's only those who've experienced it. Everybody asks me a million fucking questions, and I'm just like, you just got to do it. Yeah. I can't explain. Can you explain the complexity of our world in this sentence? No, it's a million different variables. It's the same thing in the spirit world.
Yeah.
And I don't even know. I've only done it 10 fucking times.
Right.
And some of these fools have been sitting with the medicine 10, 13, 23 years, and they barely have a comprehension of, you know what I mean?
I don't think that's what your natural mind is designed to do.
We are not capable of understanding. Basically, you just tap in to everlasting love and consciousness, and you download data. Right. Like it's a trip. Like you can revisit trauma in your DNA that happened to your fucking uncle, dog. Wow. And until you do it, you think I'm crazy. But when you do it, you'll be like, oh no, that fool was telling the truth. You know what I mean? Right. Like it's just like that. Yeah. You experience hive mind. Yeah. Like you connect with others in the room. Right. It's fucking gnarly, bro. Yeah. And I know what I sound like.
No, you sound perfectly fine, dude.
That's gnarly.
It is gnarly.
I feel like I've been asked a few times on this show, like, how did my walk? Because I've been doing comedy 18 years. I feel like I've known you at least 12 or something like that. But it's like guys are like, when does this happen, or when it, like revelation, which is something being revealed to you, is the way God gives you information. I feel like it was a revelation that I had with God, and it feels like you just know everything all at once. But not in a sense of intellectually. I just
energy.
Feel like
it's energy.
Yeah.
And I know also what that sounds like. I was like, oh, I drank this plant medicine and I downloaded all this data, but it's fucking true. Right. And until you do it, you'll just think I'm crazy, and then you do it and you're like, oh shit. Right. I call it like two-fact verification. Yeah. Like it's like loose beliefs, and then you experience it and you're like, oh shit, this shit's real. I made fun of holy rollers.
What's that like the first time you do it, what's that feeling like when you're like, oh, this shit, everything they've told me about this shit is real? Is there like a definitive point where you're like, oh, damn?
Well, one of the reasons I keep doing it, it's because it's like surfing and riding a wave. You get better at it. So the first time like what was revealed to me these last couple times was not revealed the first couple times. It's kind of, you're dipping your toes in. It's because you're drinking a consciousness, and it knows what you can handle. It kind of reveals the information you're ready for. Right. And I thought I was going to go once and be healed and all said and done. But really, it's just like the layer of the onion. You just got, okay, now I'm through that emotional baggage, then the next, and the next. And then I'm just like, God damn, how much shit I got, you know? Yeah. And I keep going. But then, like, information is revealed to you, if to me anyways, and certain others. And it's kind of like a choose your own adventure. you don't have to go dark. I'm going to go dark to get shit out.
Right.
You can, like, I visited the dark and be like, oh shit, this too scary. Let me stay over here. Let me heal with light and love. And the medicine listens.
You feel like you're in control of it?
Oh yeah, you are. And it's just the trippiest shit I've ever done. And there's many forms. There's ayahuasca, there's ibogaine, the African bark.
Right.
There's the toad. There's psilocybin. There's cacao. You could drink high concentrates of chocolate in certain indigenous tribes and experience ceremony. Yeah. There's breath work.
Right.
There's hypnotherapy, rapid eye movement therapy. There's so many trauma therapies out that aren't that popular that really do get shit out of you. You don't, what I'm doing, I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's a little scary, but it doesn't have to be.
Right.
It's choose your own adventure. Like I said, I'm coming blades out.
Yeah.
You ready for whatever, man?
I'm fucking.
You were telling us earlier, the last 2 times that you did it, you fought the devil.
Yeah, so this is the fun story. Speaking of revelation, let's. So I've been doing ayahuasca just to heal from emotional baggage, and then it was my 7th and 8th time sitting with the medicine and ceremony with the shaman, and I had a battle with like some darkness, and it felt so real, and it spooked me, and I was like, felt like I was fighting the devil. That fool had a grip on me. Right. And then it scared me so much so, but I'm still a bit of a savage. I got my daddy in me, and you know he's fucking nuts, and I run that shit. And I went back and I had a meeting with the shaman just real quick. I was like, hey, bro, this is before shit went down. This is my 9th and 10th time about to sit with the medicine. Yeah. I said, hey, man, last time I felt like I was fighting the devil. And it just felt so real, and I'm so scared. Yeah. And I was never scared of this medicine. It was like the best thing that ever happened to me. Yeah. It was eternal light and love and healing with the sweet stuff, you know. I was like, now I'm scared. And then he looked at me in the eyes and just kind of went, and he didn't answer me, and he just kind of scurried away. Yeah. And then after 2 nights with the medicine and battling, you know who, and I don't even fuck, dude. I'm fucking scared, dog. On site, motherfucker.
Let's go.
Blades out.
Let's go.
Fucking I got my cross. And so I'm going to battle with this fucker for hours, dude, and just crazy shit. And then we could get into that too, but I would just get to the final conversation with the shaman. I was like, you didn't answer me. You scurried off and just kind of went like, with your eyes. But I saw it in your eyes. And it's also funny that I'm that slow of a learner. It took me 10 times to realize my medicine circle drinks consciousness to channel God and fight evil. Channel good and fight evil. And then I was like, that's what we do here. Some of us, the gangsters, some, you know, that not even that, just further along in the healing journey to where you are able to do this. You know, you can't do this when you're weak. You're susceptible to the dark forces. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get your spirit.
Hit me with that.
Yeah.
Hit me with that.
You gotta get your Jesus on steroids.
Need that. Can't do it if you weak,
get
man.
Get God in your heart and go fight the devil.
Dude, that's what I tell people. Some people feel
Stand
uncomfortable
in
certain environments because maybe the spirit doesn't, they're not that confident in their ability to be in the spirit.
And you should wait. You need to be strong for this.
Please, by all means, because they even have, there's levels to this, right? Like Jesus could go hang with prostitutes. He could go into any environment, lepers, right? He's not worried about catching it. Yeah. Because he's filled with the spirit. He's filled with so much that he could float. He could defy the rules of our, you know, of our natural limitations. So it's like that's the level. You know, I'm not at the level, but I do feel comfortable in the comedian environment. I don't feel threatened, and I completely understand if somebody don't mess with what I'm talking about. Yeah, because I was there. Yeah, it don't make no sense. Yeah, it shouldn't. It shouldn't make natural sense, and I shouldn't. If I can convince you, then it's not really. You didn't get it. You didn't get a relationship with it. In my opinion, I don't feel like you just have a relationship with me. I have a relationship with God. So, of course, me explaining it to you, they ain't going to work.
That's my intentions when doing the medicine. Right. You write intentions, and the first thing was always strengthen connection with God. So maybe that's why I was revealed this information. Right. You know, because I did that, and it's just, I know what it sounds like, but like if motherfuckers knew I made fun of church and religion my whole life, and now I got crosses everywhere. I got Archangel Michael. I was like, I fought the devil in the spirit realm. That motherfucker's real, and he's coming for the children. Wake up. Wake up. You know it's
You
true.
remember what he looked like a little bit?
How many
Just in case?
buses of children they get caught with? You ain't gonna wake up. Motherfucker is real, dude.
He's real.
People roll their eyes. Google some shit.
When you say you fought him on your trip, like what is that fight? Is it an actual like physical fight happening in your mind?
Like
in
a
your
struggle.
consciousness?
It just felt like a struggle.
Is it a yeah?
No, yeah.
Take a sip. Cool down.
It comes in the form of traumas that happen to you when you're a child that you may not necessarily even known happen. And like he works through, like some can say it's like intrusive thoughts, stuff our mind and body doesn't comprehend. But sometimes you hear, you know, we're susceptible to the shit, and it felt like he used somebody to traumatize me as a child.
Right.
And it felt so real, and and I'm channeling shit because you on the sauce, you visit part of your subconscious, and you can re-experience things you didn't even know happened to you. You know what I mean? And so I'm battling some trauma, and I feel his hand up in the grip on me, you know, in my liver and my tummy, and then I'm fucking, like the fucking some shit goes in you. The Holy Spirit, light, Jesus.
Go.
I don't know.
Let's go.
And you're just fighting, and I was pinching that fool in my tummy like this.
Yeah.
And it's funny just because I know what this shit sounds like, but I don't give a fuck anymore.
Oh, get it up. Come on,
So you
man.
got this shit coming in you. Yeah. And I'm a comedian, and I also got my daddy in me critical. I'm like, what the fuck's happening?
Right.
But I know what's down here, and I'm going like this. And I'm just fucking in the love fighting this fool, but those are the downloads I got. Like, this is God's house. Right. The house always wins.
Yeah.
Fuck you, motherfucker. Yeah. I'm throwing up gang signs out, but I'm just doing West Side like Tupac. And I'm going like this. Yeah. And then I put it on my forehead. I'm like, oh, it's the crown. Jesus is king. But on the sauce, this is like the funniest shit imaginable. Right. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
And I'm just laughing. I'm like, you throwing gang signs at the devil right now, bro? But I'm not even a gang, you know, it's just silly shit. And then you just purge, and when you purge, like you in that realm, you're vomiting maggots and like worms and shit. But you know, it's just vomit. Yeah. But when you're in there, you're purging this, and it's almost like you fucking vomit demons, bro. And that's the funny part. Like I was like, I'm gonna write a book. Like I threw up two hang on. I threw up 2 demons, and here's why you should too.
Anybody who reads
that sounds like a bestseller.
But what you're describing is perfect, because if anybody reads Revelation, that's what it is. Like there's dragons with 7 heads. There's a lady, and she's giving birth around, and she's clothed in the sun,
bro.
And it's amazing to read the poetic but analogous like language that has been a part of most people. A lot of people just read Revelations. If you ever gonna talk to conspiracy theorists, this is their whole thing. Like they don't read nothing but Revelation.
Yeah.
But so there's some people that are so into it. But it's so true the way you work through that. Because I remember the day that the cross made perfect sense to me, and I was like, that's such a genius way to defeat sin. Like I was like, oh, that's the only way. And that I remember when it came to me that the crucifix is the best tool of execution. Is just such perfect timing that God came to earth in the form of Jesus Christ at that time, because the crucifix doesn't allow anybody to claim that they killed Jesus, right? Jesus said, no man kills me. I lay my life down, and if I lay it down, I can pick it back up again, right? So had that been a guillotine, then we could credit the dude that cut Jesus' head off as being the dude that actually killed Jesus. But Jesus really, like the crucifix doesn't do that. You just air out. You just die. You just stay there and bleed out until you die. So nobody can really claim. That's why it's so weird to me when people say, oh, the Jews killed Jesus or the Romans killed Jesus. Nobody killed Jesus, right? He was...
If you look up, I'm all over the map, even though I believe in Jesus and he's my guy.
Yeah.
I follow some out there theories to where, like the OG Bibles, he never was crucified. That's what they say.
Is that right?
In the there's 2 Bibles that predate these books, and they're 6,000 and 13,000 years older. And this is just funny. This is what your people want to hear, huh? No, but they said they said that was written by the Romans to make you feel guilty for him dying for your sins, so they would have fear and control and power over you, and you give them your money. But there's 2 ancient Bibles that say he never was crucified.
Oh.
And he had a family and kids, and they likely still walk.
There's a Bible. So wait, this is
it's an Ethiopian
2000
Bible and like maybe like a Sumerian one or something. There's before these. I'm sorry, did I just ruin your face?
No, not at all. Not at all. Because, well, I would say it doesn't make sense. Not to say that you're wrong, but 6,000 years ago,
but there's 14,000
predates the
discrepancies. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what's what. I just know.
Because 2,000 years ago, we're in the year 2022, so
2023.
2023.
More than halfway through.
So Jesus died 2,000 years ago. So 6,000 years ago, there was. Now, I've heard that, right? There's all kinds of texts, but that might, have similar ideas or whatever.
And I also don't trust the Catholic Church because we'll run that
so
shit
many
again.
ways. Yeah, if we get into that,
because of the whole child thing and
right,
and the serpent in their worship space and
you were showing that
the nuclear Holocaust Satan statue. I don't trust them.
Right. But I feel like God, when you read
but
the
I
word,
believe in God and Jesus. Does this make sense?
Absolutely. If you read this, so the Bible talks about the Greek had 2 words for the word of God. There's the logos word, which is the written word. And then there's the rhema word. The rhema word is how God speaks to you. So how you're talking about the experience contacting you. I think the Bible has that type of power.
And some of my woo-woo stuff I follow, I call it woo-woo, but it's all love. They say that, like, be careful of the gods because there's the tricks, even Jesus said that, like false prophets and shit. I'm not the most well-versed on this book. I'm sorry.
Oh, dude, if you read the last the last of this book, it says, any man who adds to this book, let him have these plagues, and anyone who takes away from this book, let him have these plagues. But that's with the understanding, and then it ends.
You see the TV Angelus with the jet?
Right.
Taking money from poverty.
Oh,
that's not.
We
that's
talk about him a lot.
Oh yeah, he talks about Copeland. He hates Kenneth
Copeland.
Yeah, they're devils. That's the evil man.
That's
these motherfuckers. Like, there's bad people claiming to be good. And,
right.
I don't even know where I'm going with that, but they're vampires. They're succubuses. They're just fucking. Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
You don't need money.
Right. Yeah.
That's a demon right there if there ever really was one, 100%. That dude and all his friends.
Come do ayahuasca. I'll show you where they live.
They're going to come after you, Channing.
Don't
yeah, motherfucker.
Kenneth Copeland's coming after Channing, man. He ain't play. I never really watched Kenneth. I don't really know nothing about him. But, I mean, I see how, there's people like that. And to me, that's a true, if you really didn't believe, if you're like, this is all mumbo jumbo, there's no, recourse for doing any of this, then,
and I forgot one other creepy fact. So, like, there's people that have been sitting with the medicine a long time,
with ayahuasca?
Yeah. And then I started investigating, like, hey, man, like, is that shit real?
Right.
And every single one of them are like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, there's a spiritual warfare going on right now, and we can't even see it. You have no idea.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, fuck.
Oh, it's like you can see it, though. You can see people so distorted that they can't even see themselves.
Yeah.
And their brain is literally activating. We live in a society where your brain is at war with you, or like literally destroying you as if it's decaying, right? With mental illness everywhere, and everybody probably has mental illness.
You were talking earlier about the 11th dimension.
Oh, yeah.
Is that where the Holy War is actually happening?
I don't know.
I think you're converting Channing right now. I think you're about to have a dimension.
All I know is I've experienced things I cannot explain. I couldn't define it. I'm not a scientist. I'm not even well versed in the book. I just know I'm about to buy one of them motherfuckers. That's all I do know.
That's a good investment, baby.
No, I know. I always was a man of God and spiritual in that sense.
Yeah.
But this stuff and what I downloaded made me go like, oh shit, this shit is real, huh?
Yeah. But I'm glad that you
and something I made fun of my entire life.
Dude, the seeking is where you'll have things really revealed to you, and where you'll have that relationship with God. It's not an understanding. The understanding is impossible, right? Yeah. Even the book says your mind is in enmity. Was it Paul or James? One of them wrote, your mind is at enmity with God. Your mind is at war with God, right? Because it has all these uploads through your upbringing it's got malware. Your brain operates the same as a computer. Yeah,
First
exactly.
7 years of your life.
You're using
downloaded all that bullshit.
The language you're using, downloading, uploading, things like that. That's what it is. It mimics the computer because that's what created it, right? But it can only so limited because it's only like able to process. And so everything is based on probability. So my anxiety comes from, I feel like I'm failed this test because I failed the last test. And that's the only thing that the brain can operate from. What have I done? And then project a fake future based on my own history and make myself everything I've done, which is not true.
The ego.
It's the ego. Yeah. Exactly. That's how Satan came into this world, through the human being's ego. It was because he was... Yeah. Now you're not heavy-handed with that thing, baby. Give me that. Give me my halo. No, I'm not. But no, that's how he came in. He told Eve and Adam that, hey, this guy, you'll know as much as God. Wait, as much as? Wait a minute. I thought we were all in a cooperative. But there's levels to this shit. And now we live in a society where my existence, my abilities as a comedian only exist in comparison to all the other comedians I look at. We live in a comparative nature type society, and that's when it was attacked. It's
exactly the opposite. We're all brothers and sisters, and we can help each other.
Right. Once we break through, we understand that. We understand
it's
that.
Abundance. It's all free. Everything's free.
The wisdom you've given me in the social media platform, in the podcasting platforms, and just from us just hanging out, you're like, that's the lie would be if somebody sits there in jealousy and looks at their brother or sister and they go like,
we could build, heal, help, baby.
Yeah,
that's what we're doing, and it's up to us.
Yeah.
To help each other out, because the government ain't doing it. $700 to Hawaii. Your family burned alive. Here's $700.
They said, wait, what? They said $700. The U.S. government.
A one-time payment.
No way.
And the insurance isn't covering it, and they just basically got murdered, in my opinion. Anyways, that's pretty crazy shit. Right. $700. Yeah. So it's up to us. We got to pick each other up.
Yeah, man. I mean, and that's where we all have to fight sin internally. The way you're doing it, the way we're all doing it in a natural sense, trying to change our mind. Your mind is at enmity, but then let the mind that was also in Christ Jesus be in you, is what the Bible says. So then, you allow that mind to take over, and then you can literally just delete, like from all your, okay, I'm not what I did. Right?
Want to hear some other far out there shit I believe about Jesus?
Yeah.
So when he disappeared from the Bible for the 20 years, what's funny is what made me believe in the Bible is this one fool, Billy Carson, basically investigating the Bible and telling me like what really went down.
Right.
It's like fun. It's like behind the scenes.
Right.
And it made more logical sense to me to where it switched me. Anyways. What was I talking about?
No, for those.
Oh, he said when Jesus left.
So he was 10, and then he went. The last we hear about Jesus, he gets lost at the temple, and then he reappears.
He went to the
mystery
mystery schools.
Cana.
So they had ancient mystery schools, and he learned Reiki and Qigong and even Sutra, like that Kama Sutra stuff. And that's just funny.
Wait, who told you that? Wait, who?
This guy on the internet. He basically said he left. It's Billy Carson, but he's enlightened. If you listen to him speak for more than 5 minutes, you're like, oh, this motherfucker is smart.
He said Jesus learned Kama Sutra?
Oh, he believes in all that shit. He's like, well, first his name was Yeshua because they didn't even have J's back in the day. And then I'm like, I didn't know that, And, And then stuff like that. No, but it's all good. Like it's all love too, and it's just mainly made me a believer. It's not any sacrilege. Yeah. Basically, he was a real true healer. He was a real true master.
Right.
And here's how he did the things, and he did this and that.
Oh yeah.
And then he points out when the Romans got in there and shit was added, and that's the stuff I like.
Right.
Because I never really went all in because I was like, this is manipulated by man, and I know it. But I also know there's so much truth in there to help us. Right. So it's like hard.
It's like the same way you come to the ayahuasca or come to the other things, because you come, if your heart is open to God.
And just like that, there's good circles and there's bad circles. It's just like anything in this world. So don't just walk in so blindly.
Yeah.
Like these fools are, anyways, there's precautions. You know how there's protocol for anything, surgery, taking the state, whatever. There's protocol for these things. And if your circle isn't taking proper precautions and protection and so on, anything can be used for light or dark.
Malpractice, in these
look at nuclear power plants. It gives us the world energy. Nuclear bomb destroys.
Dude, there should be malpractice for people who break the Bible down to copy and paste the Bible because you can do that with any worldview that you have.
Yeah,
I could justify anything if I were able to copy and paste. That's why it's so important that you open it up, get a full understanding of what this is. Okay, this is a dream. Do I want to take this as literal? How much of it is whatever, right? But if you just allow somebody who might have evil intentions to give it to you, and break it down.
Then you're manipulated.
Dude, I'm still trying to learn Hebrew and read the Bible in Hebrew. Like I'm only on Genesis 1:1, but Bereshit bara Elohim Hashemayim Ve'et Ve'et. So God created, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. So that's all I know. But my thing is, if somebody told you that God wrote the Bible, you believe that, okay, he wrote this book, but he wrote it in this original language, why wouldn't you want to learn that original language?
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't I want to know? Because there's so many translators.
They
New
say
Living,
the
New
ancient
International.
languages have way more power in them too.
Dude.
The Aramaic, are they called, right? There's
The
like
Aramaic,
3 of them.
yeah. I think Arabic
There's
is false in.
Hebrew, Aramaic. I don't know. I'm not
Arabic,
well
but-
versed enough, but there's like
there's
some OG languages that have more.
There's a guy, Rabbi, gosh, I forget his name, but if you look up Hebrew, the DNA of creation on YouTube, it's a beautiful video about basically how they use symbols. It's literally like the chemical language.
Yeah.
They use symbols. So man is like the Aleph, right? So Aleph something something. So Aleph is God, and then I think dirt and blood.
The original Sanskrit languages, is that what they're called? Sanskrit? I forgot.
But it was basically uses, so it tells you what it is inside of it, like how H2O tells you water is this.
I seen
what's
the
this, what's this.
scientific study. Are you saying we're like the language is also a symbol and also
It
like
means so
everything
God
matches
is,
up? Yeah.
so you are God plus dirt plus blood, right? But if you take the Aleph out, that means fire. So what that means is like, so some people just mean hell or whatever, but what it really means is all you do is consume, right? You're not adding to the creation. If you are a God man and you walk with God, you're wanting to serve, you're wanting to add to the creation. But if you're just fire, all you do is walk around consuming for your flesh, fucking doing whatever it takes to fill you, but you don't feel anything. You just destroy everything around you. And that would be the path of a man that walks without God, without any idea or seeking or effort to go in that direction. Because then what else is there to do? There's just take money, eat, fuck.
Ravage.
That's it. Just ravage. Just move.
Ravage the planet. That's what we're doing.
Literally be a fire. Just
Yeah.
consume and get out of here. Everything in your wake is destroyed.
It's
as you-
consumerism. Look at that.
Right.
The devil's real. He's everywhere. He's in capitalism.
Everywhere. But if you fight that internal fight on the inside of you, then we can see some change in the world. But it starts with each person. Not trying to solve it from the outward level, but like how you're fighting inside you internally. That's where the success will come from, in my opinion. Now, one thing I love about your show, I want to ask you this because I know we gotta do other stuff, but I want to ask you this because you're one of the best storytelling comedians in the world, in my opinion, right? If you guys watch this podcast, you can recognize this is a great story, right? The way that John breaks down his own dream, people believe all up in this. Some people only read Revelation, right? It's really well done. It's exciting, right? Who are your all-time favorite comedic storytellers?
Ooh. Richard Pryor.
Okay, Richard Pryor. This is
Storytellers.
top five.
Ron White.
Ooh, Ron White. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. He's a yeah.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Storytellers.
I've
I've never
gonna-
been told storytellers. Like I just been told comics.
There's some that's their whole like, I think Mulaney's in that. I'm not saying he's a top five, but like he's one of those guys
He's not
that
a
he's
storyteller. Yeah, he is. He does both. I feel like Ali Sadiq's got stories.
Ooh, there you go. Yeah. Ali. Dang.
I don't know. That's a tough one. Who names some? Like
Well,
who are pure storyteller comics though?
unfortunately,
Theo, Dan Soder, Joey
Theo's a
Diaz.
storyteller.
Theo tells good stories.
I love his.
Big J, I think, is one of the best storytellers out there.
I can't remember Big J story. I really like
He's got a lot of like sex stories and just
Sex
like,
stories?
Yeah,
Joey Coco Diaz. Yeah.
Joey.
I mean that's got to be number one.
Yeah, that's my number one.
Yeah,
That
you
fool-
can't say
that
Bill
fool fought
Cosby
the
no
devil.
more. You can't
I
say
know.
Oh, bro, yeah.
Bill Cosby
Yeah.
is a good storyteller, but you can't mention.
No.
He can't.
No.
He tells his stories in a courthouse now.
Yeah.
It's called testimonies.
Well, what had happened was he went with the devil.
Yeah, Joey, I read his book. Yeah, he's got and he's
Did you?
honest. Yeah, it was very good.
Oh damn, I want to borrow that.
Yeah. Oh, I got it on Audible. Sorry about that. I didn't read it. I lied.
You notice
I listened
anybody
to it.
who believes in this shit, like really believes, like I have as visited the dark. You know what I mean? Like they know that shit's real.
Right.
like a lot of drug addicts or criminals
Yeah.
or something. You know what I mean?
They go to that place.
Yeah, because I asked the shaman, I was like, my tweaker uncle has been telling me this shit, they're going to chip us since 1992.
Right.
And here we are, and it feels mighty close.
Right.
Like, how did my bugged out uncle know in 92?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's dark places.
Yeah.
He visited them.
Yeah.
He came out. He's a Christian now. We're good.
Word.
He's born again.
But
We beat the demon.
Yeah, but he had
he
like
stabbed
prophecy.
that serpent right in his head. Yeah, that's just weird though, right, bro?
Oh no, we get prophecy, I believe. I mean, if you could know, so this is kind of telling us, and a lot of people try to figure out the time that it's going to happen. If you could know when you were going to die or when creation was going to end, if it was going to happen while you were alive, would you want to know that? Would you want to figure that out?
Nah. Nah. Where do I want to know that?
Look in the witch's eye and find out.
Nah. I'd rather just enjoy every day.
I ain't mad at that.
But there's a theory that if you knew, you could enjoy every day even more because you would know that that's not your last day. You can do.
I would assume
You can
that
push your-
today is I would just work like, this is how I operate today. Like, this could literally be my last podcast. I'm going to enjoy it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a great comedian. I don't want to say his name because I don't want it to sound like I'm talking bad about him because I'm not. But he had his last show. He died. He had a bad show. Like it was like a publicized. Like he did an event that he was misbooked for an event, and he basically got heckled in this circle. And then the guy died, and that's my worst fear. Because I bomb. We all bomb.
It's all right, man.
But like, what if you die right after a bad show?
You go home to eternal light and love.
There you go.
Hell's on earth.
Woo, but then you gotta explain Jesus like how the show go.
He's like, it's all good.
I mean, that's why every show I feel like I'm gonna do it like this
Yeah.
could be it. Like this could be my last. I don't care if it's a bar. I don't care what, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, but I get that. Maybe if I knew the date, but then you just switch up how you behave 3 months before or something. I don't know. Like,
Want to hear some more crazy shit that might
Please.
piss off your listeners? Once again, I
Go
listen
ahead.
to the alternative versions of the books, but I believe in the book, if this makes sense.
B-sides.
I like the B-sides.
okay.
So this lady, Dolores Cannon, she said that hell doesn't exist. And then she's doing a speech. She's a speaker speaking. I got that. And then she asked somebody, you got children? They go, yeah. They're like, would you throw your children into a burning ring of fire for all of eternity? And they're like, no. They're like, so why would God do that to you? You're all his children. And that logic was like, that sounds pretty fair to me. And she basically said, once again, that was made up by the Romans to get you to live in fear, to get power and
But that would
manipulation.
probably, because I'm trying to.
That doesn't give you fair game to just be a piece of shit and murder.
Right.
You're still gonna, and she says what happens is you live through the victim.
Yeah.
So like when you die, you live what you did.
Right.
So it's hell, so to speak, just through consciousness and
So
experiencing
she provided
the
an
other end.
alternative idea. I mean, even still, I think, if I were to
So if you harm
speculate-
somebody, if you murdered somebody, then you feel you were the victim now.
Right. I think even being that fire, like we were just talking about, is like that. Like I've seen people, I'm like, oh, you in hell right now.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
you can't enjoy none of.
No.
I can look at a sunset and it's like new. Things are made new. I love that the end of Revelations, Jesus said, behold, I make all things new. And I'm like, wow, I can hear songs again. And they just make another poetic, creative ring in my ear. Like this life is such a beautiful song that I get to, exalt to God. And I see some people, I'm like, man, you woke up miserable. Like,
Yeah.
where'd you go?
Hell.
You're in hell.
Yeah.
You're in-
Bible, the pages of that Bible are blowing.
Yeah,
Open.
probably toward the.
Dude, that's something. There might be some divine intervention.
There you go. Read
That's
some
grandma
shit.
making me.
The air from the fan was blowing those pages
Yeah.
open. There might be
Also,
some-
I also want to be clear. I absolutely believe in Jesus, Yeshua, Christ, all that. I just know that somebody got in there and did some.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I roll with him. I just want to make that clear.
For sure. And I love that even when you read the Bible, like the things that the devil made for harm or said in stuff, and I'm sure we could all point to something in our life that somebody did trying to throw shade or trying to do something dirty, and it actually helped you get toward the end goal, right? It
Yeah.
actually pushed you, and even though they meant it to destroy you, it was something that, can you point to a time in your life that, because I mean that to say, like, people who might try to distort text or try to do certain things, you may actually, if God allows it, certain things, like, they can actually amplify or bring certain things to truth or be exposed in a different type of way. So that to say, like, have you ever had somebody try to F you up or lie about you, and then that ended up working out for your good?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of an exact moment.
Yeah.
I know I've been put through painful shit that...
In comedy or just in relationships?
No, we're not talking about comedy, but I'm trying to think. Oh, yeah, there's some backstabbers, but the truth always... My first best friend in comedy, I'm not going to name him, but I was in therapy, and I would bring up so-and-so, and I never even noticed, but my therapist said, every single story you've ever told me about that person has been negative and how you leave feeling shittier. And they asked me, like, have you ever left that person feeling good? And I went, no. Wow. And then they were like, well, why are they in your life? And I didn't you know what I mean? I was just going through the motions. My first best friend in comedy. And then come to find out, that fool had a falling out with literally 20 for 20 comics, and he's just a crap cake. He slandered you. He accused people. Just lies. Just fucking lies. Crazy shit. And anybody who knows any of us, well, anyone who knew him and just knew it was him.
Right.
But then it was like almost like a funny thing. Like, what do you say about you? And he literally, and then basically they take care of themselves.
Yeah.
In time, all shit comes to light. Because that fool pretty much got banished from the scene in LA and had to move out because everyone hated him because he was a toxic, vindictive. Like, I don't even know the words. Just a fucking piece of shit, bro. We're just like, we were having fun here, and then your dark cloud just.
It's a fire.
Yeah, and
it's
then
a literal fire walking around.
So I guess nothing really happened to me, but it happened to them. Their venom went right back in their own face.
Yeah, and it really can, sometimes it can spread your name. It's funny because anybody familiar with Craig knows that, like, you a lot of your early popularity came because you Trader Joe's, you worked at Trader Joe's. There was a brother who used to be on the Cosby Show, and he's an actor, and some lady tried to film him working at Trader Joe's to humiliate him. And it launched him. It launched him. Yeah. It ended up getting him roles because people were interested in him. Yeah. So while somebody might be doing this to try to humiliate you or make fun of, look at this guy with a day job and doing comedy or whatever. Oh, yeah, was it actor Jeffrey Owens? Also, I got fired very shortly after that. Oh, because you were talking about, were they mad that you were talking about? I was posting them. I was filming everything. Yeah. What, posting Trader Joe's? Yeah, I was farting on my managers and shaking sodas up. All filmed all of it. Yeah. Go check that stuff out. It went viral. I got fired for it. Yeah.
Farted on somebody?
Yeah. A whole bunch of people. I farted on the police when I got raided. I swear that. I put that on my life. I put that on the Bible. Wait, can they do? Is that That's not. Illegal? That one's not on film. I was it might be on body cam. Yeah. You're right. His body cam fall. Can I get that footage? Hey, Culver City PD, can I get that footage? Contact the sheriff.
I wonder if that's public record. If you could just go get it.
You can request, but I watch those audit videos on YouTube. You can look at
Wow.
Your case.
I might be able to find that.
Go viral with your own. Yeah, you deserve it. Is that what they charge you with for farting on a?
Nothing. They raided the wrong house. They're raiding the neighbor, King Mike. Yeah, that's a story too. The guy pointing a gun at my chest I played Little League with, and I knew him. Oh, wow. And I was like, Chris? And he was like, Craig?
Wait, he was trying to rob you?
No, he was police.
Oh, shit.
We went down different paths.
Is that the dude? Is that the guy you farted on?
No, I farted on the other fools. I like him. I farted on when the guy with the dog. He was a dick. He broke my bong.
Oh, that dog was like...
He's like, you got anything? I'm like, yeah. Of course. The fuck?
Did they apologize? Like, what? Did they give you restitution or?
No.
What?
They're cops. They don't give a fuck. They can never be wrong. Even though we were innocent, it was a completely different household, separate parties, separate families.
Wow.
They just raided it because it was one property. The back house, even though it was separate rents, families, residents, entrances, mailboxes, they still drew guns on us.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, they deserve that fart.
Yeah. It's so funny too that they can never admit, like, oh my bad, we're just here for the guy in the front house. He's a gang member.
Right.
We know you're innocent. They're just you know.
I watched those ego things.
I'm like, I got
happen.
weed and mushrooms and some switchblades. Big whoop.
Dude. I mean, the Bible says a kind word can turn away anger, right? But you see cops, like, they double down.
They double down.
Like, I made a mistake, but I'm a cop and I can do that. And who are you? And how dare you? Show me your ID, even though I should, wrong guy.
They resisted. I'm like, you broke an 85-year-old man's neck and you doubled down.
What?
He's 87. I saw that one on video. This poor Indian fool in Texas.
What?
Anyways, there's too much dark shit. Google. Go down some Google.
You see the one about the cop who pushed that old man on his back?
Yeah.
He fell down and cracked his skull, and they just walked over him?
Yeah.
Oh, that was at the rally
Was
or
at a
some
rally.
The devil's real, and he's
They
in the
can't even
police.
stop.
He's in the police.
they
I see
think-
you 33-degree Masons, you cocksuckers.
They think
Not all
they're
of you. Some of
infallible.
you rose with Jesus. You better wake up.
Wait, what is that? 33-degree Mason?
A lot of the police are 33-degree Masons, and if you get high up enough in that world, they're devil worshipers, and they do sacrifices and shit. That's if you're into some far out there shit. Like I said, my beliefs are different.
That's why you here, baby. I gotta
But
hear some
in
of
the
this.
beginning, they start you out good. Like, hey, come feed the homeless. Come do this. But you go high enough, and they get evil.
Oh, snap.
And a lot of the police just do the bidding, and that's why that whole brotherhood. And any police that rats on other police, all of a sudden they get,
You about to get raided, Chan. Look
They
at
get
Channing
got.
Googling this stuff.
I know, dude.
yeah. Put that on his VPN. Not mine. Hey. And yeah, but a lot of them are light beings, and some of them are just taking orders. But when those orders come down to be evil, you still gonna do them, police?
Right. Dang, man.
You still gonna do it, or you gonna choose Jesus?
Man.
Come to
These
the
guys
light.
woke up to absolutely no good.
Man.
Yes, they're
Always
a gang.
choose Jesus,
They're
man.
a gang.
You know,
The fucking Compton sheriffs had executioners had it on their arm, and everybody said it was fucking. And then all of a sudden, they're under investigation.
right, they had gangs
A
in
gang
there.
murder, gang
100%.
police.
My dad's a retired correctional officer. He said his partner of like X amount of years ended up being a blood who had infiltrated.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Just the same way that they'll do, like, the ATF or the FBI will infiltrate gangs, biker gangs,
Yeah,
street
man.
gangs, all that shit. Gangs will do the reverse, and they get in on the sheriffs, they get in on corrections, they get in on all that shit.
Dang. So
From a
they're
young
setting
age, they
up-
recruit and do the exact same thing.
That's wild.
It's crazy.
Dang. I'm learning up in here, man.
But the body cams always miraculously turn off at the wrong time. Oh my God. What a coinky
And the
ding.
audio's always cutting in and out.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of those.
Oh, yeah.
You think
Yeah.
my headphones cut out? Those motherfuckers headphones go. And they got government money.
Jeez.
I say
man.
all that, but I still respect, and we need law and order, but maybe less corruption and murder
Right.
of innocent humans.
Yeah.
Maybe don't smuggle crack into the inner city in the 80s
Right. Good.
and then profit off prison.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know.
That sounds
Maybe.
Try it
reasonable.
out.
Yeah.
Sounds reasonable.
Are you
Maybe.
saying you're running?
No.
No?
No.
Do you think that something will happen? I know we gotta get to this Bible, but what happens when, because you have obligations, right? Okay, like you're with comics, and so it's easy now for us to say, we don't have your tour is your tour, right? But as you're on tour, and then other people are depending on you for their livelihood, your openers, and the other people, at some point you have to make choice or do, you feel a little more
The
compelled.
Lord giveth and the Lord taketh
You're just
away.
allowed to go away.
Yeah. You on your own, motherfucker.
I'm glad if you get because it's hard
No,
to
you
say no
take-
to some of those choices at a higher level.
You take who you can take when you can take them. And
Right.
if fucking shit changes, shit changes.
Right.
It's not. Someone said this, because I think it was the shaman. He's like, look up the definition of selfish. It has a bad negative connotation to the word, because a lot of us are in that circle drinking the sauce for others,
Right.
to heal for others. He's like, heal for you.
Right.
In this moment, be selfish. Take care of yourself, because you can't take care of other motherfuckers if you're not 100%. And it just resonated.
Yeah.
And it's true. I'll take care of myself to the highest capabilities, so then I can. It's kind of like you want to be rich, not just to be rich. I want to be rich to help out my family, to build generational wealth, to get a farm, to get a homestead, to get shit cracking, to be like, oh shit, I can help that motherfucker out. You need a special, bam. Boom. I want my money back though, motherfucker. You know, but let's go. And you can't do that from if you're not in a place of strength.
Right.
You can't do that with hopes and wishes.
No, but
you could finance the Jesus revolution. Now let's get some guns and pray.
That's why the prayer, like, the right prayer, in my opinion, is like how Solomon prayed, like, give me the wisdom to know what to want. I need to, and not even want, like.
That's what even the shaman said. He's like, don't think on the how. What do you want? He said that. He's like, what? And he's like, pray on that. And then the how will reveal itself.
And all the other stuff will be a byproduct of you being in service, the way that Jesus showed you how to be a king in his kingdom. You serve your comedy up, you serve the content.
We serve, we bring joy.
Bring joy. And I'll tell you what, just speaking of serve, I'm about to serve an ass whooping up in here.
Yeah, you're going to get me.
It's time.
My beliefs are different. I'll be like, that's bullshit.
You just cuss out every answer. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, believers and non-believers alike, your host, Sean Grant, is coming off 3, count 'em, 3 back-to-back-to-back victories.
Woo! I'm on a streak.
Today, his challenger, the apostle of ayahuasca, the Jesus of the juice, the devil slayer himself, the one, the only, Craig Conant.
Let's fucking go.
Craig, you are representing the guest. The guests have unfortunately fallen the last 3 rounds.
Let's go.
If you win,
it's all right. We get back up.
There we go. If you win, the guests will be the new title holders. But Sean has been on a hot streak as of late. Gentlemen, are you ready for battle?
And Craig, so if we tie, you'll answer first. If we tie, you win.
Okay.
Like, tie goes to the guest.
It's a 3-round trivia. Tie goes to the guests.
I don't know my verses.
I don't know if you can whoop my ass. I ain't the devil,
choice.
Homie.
If you need,
whoop my ass as good as you did the devil.
I just know I'd be knife fighting fools in the spirit, bro.
That's way more valuable than trivia.
You got your what do you call that? Diode?
All right, I don't even know.
Your trinket? Here we go.
Angel with a blade is what I call him.
Round 1.
Uh-oh.
Judeans were taken into exile where? A, Egypt. B, Sumerian. C, Babylon. Or D, into the hills?
Egypt.
Oh, wow. Okay, I'm going to go. So it's taken into exile. So that sounds like they were like leaving. So exile, like exiting. I'm thinking into the hills. D.
You're going to go with D, into the hills?
Yeah.
He's going with A, Egypt. The correct answer is
Babylon.
C, Babylon.
What? Okay.
We both.
They were exile away from. That must have been when they were leaving Assyria.
I'm sorry, Jesus. Please forgive me.
Yeah.
Explanation. God allowed the nobility of Israel and Judah to be carried away to Babylon as punishment for their transgressions. Reference 1 Chronicles 9:1.
Okay. All right.
Round 2.
So, dang. Okay, so.
How did the Israelites declare David their new king? A, having a great feast. B, anointing with oil over his head. C, casting stones. Or D, making a sacrifice to God. Craig Conant.
Oh, I don't know. I'm guessing. I
know this one.
D.
I'm going to go B, anointing his head with oil. Prophet Samuel anointed his head with oil.
He sounds confident.
He's very confident. The correct answer is B, anointing.
Yeah. My cup runneth over. He anointed my head with oil.
Hey. Round 3.
All right, so but if you tie and I get this one wrong, it's a numbers one. Holy crap.
You got to at least tie. No, you got to beat him on this one in order to take the belt. Round 3. How many animals did Solomon sacrifice to the Lord at the temples of dedication? A, 22,000. B, 120,000. C, 142,000. Or D, 262,000.
So many animals.
Yo, that's a lot. Either way.
I'm going to go with the low one. Just I feel bad. 22,000, please.
I know it's over 100, but I don't think it's as high as 262.
Oh,
so I'm going to go 120,000.
I got to study the Bible.
Craig's going with A, 22,000. Sean says
120B.
B, 120. Correct answer is
142.
Dang, that's a lot. Maybe somewhere like mosquitoes.
142.
Yeah.
and still the champion, Sean Grant.
Oh, yeah. 4 in a row, Craig. Thank you so much for being here, man, and having fun with me. I mean, you did the more important work. You defeated the devil. But besides just whooping celestial and evil ass, okay,
We need some gangsters for God, homie.
That's what I'm talking about. But where can they see you? And I know you got a lot of dates every month. And
CraigConant.com, Craig P. Conant on all social media platforms.
yes, sir.
I'm all over the map. I just found Jesus. Here I come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, thank you, bro, for being here. And it's such an exciting journey to watch you to go on that path. So I love it, and congratulations, brother. And thank you guys.
I love
for
you,
being
dude.
with us.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, bro. And
Much love.
Thank you, Channing. Follow Channing at The Other Channing on Instagram.
Yes,
Channing Apodaca, funny comedian himself. And I am Sean Grant on Instagram and TikTok. And please follow at Comedian Bible Study on IG. We do weekly IG lives, and please participate in those, ask questions, and we'll see you again right here, Comedian Bible Study. Peace out, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.